particular image edit that I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to take you from the basics all the way up to an artistic edit on this image. And the reason I've chosen this one is because it's got a lot of work that needs to be done on it, and I think it'll answer a lot of questions for you. So part one of this video is going to be removing things. So you see we have houses in this picture. We have random other things in this picture that I don't want, and so we are going to get rid of them. So how do we do this? Well, there's a lot of different tools that we can use. I prefer to work smarter and not harder. So if I can use a particular tool that Photoshop has created to make it easy, then I'll do that. If it doesn't work, we'll go a little more complicated. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove that, and I just used the patch tool, which is over here in your toolbar. It's the patch tool. It looks kind of like a quilt patch, and that works great for that, right? It's gone. It's not there anymore. It's gone. Now, the great thing about the patch tool is that in some areas it works good. See, right there it works good. What the patch does, though, is you can see when we start to get to edges like this, it blurs them. So up here in these areas, it works fine. As I get down closer to these trees, though, it's not going to work. So I'm going to use it for what it's good for. Even as I get closer to his head, it's going to start to not work anymore. But like I said, I'm going to use it where it's good for. And I totally should be on a background level. I'm sorry, you guys. I was just doing that on the main level, which is never good because if you make mistakes, you're kind of out of luck. All right, so you can see that I've made a big improvement, but we still have a lot of things. So we're going to focus, first of all, on this power line that we see right here. Now, if I try to use the patch tool for it, it's going to get blurry. So I do not want to use the patch tool for it. Let me undo that. So in this case, the tool that I would try next would be my spot healing brush tool. You want to make sure you're on content aware. You want to make it a little bit bigger than the thing you're trying to remove, and just swipe over it, just like that. And you can see for the most part, it did okay. It did remove some stuff there, which isn't a huge deal. I'm not too worried about that. It did kind of cut this line here, and we can even use it to just kind of fill that back in. So now that's gone, right? All right, so what do we do when we get closer to edges or when it's in something like this? All right, so now we're gonna focus right here. So for this, what I would do is I would use the clone stamp tool. Clone stamp works pretty good. I would go not that big. You don't want to use it huge because then it can get sloppy. But I'm going to go there. I'm going to go on 100% opacity, but I'm going to use a very soft edge brush. And this is going to blend it in better. If you use a hard brush like this, then you're going to actually start getting circles. And you don't want that because that doesn't look natural. Sorry, moved to the wrong thing. So get rid of that little guy. And so you just want to use a soft brush. And that works great for this, right? We're just blending this sky down, and that works nice. And you can even go the other direction with it. And so say we want to just blend that in. And since we have trees, we can get away with this right now. But you see, as I start getting down into these trees, I start having some issues that I'm not loving. It's going to start looking very unnatural. One of the things I do with the clone stamp tool a lot of times, especially in an area like this, because I feel like when I pull out, you can start seeing a difference in color. I will go grab that patch tool. Remember how it blends nicely. And I will just kind of do this and select those edges, and it'll blend in a lot better than what it is. All so now we got to figure out what to do with this. So I'm not going to use my clone stamp because we have two different textures and items here, right? So I'm going to go back to that patch brush, the spot repair brush, and I'm just going to run that over it and then see how that looks. And so see, now we have removed that. And now that I'm seeing that I don't like this, I don't like what it did with this, so I'm going to go back to that tool and I'm just going to go like that. I clone stamped that back in just to bring it up just a little bit. And if you want to blend it better, you can start bringing your flow down a bit, kind of blend that up. So there we go. So let's see how that looks. Looking good, looking good. So now we have this over here. So I'm going to actually just flatten all of that, because this is going to be a little more tricky because we're working into our subject here. And so what are our options? Okay, so remember what the patch does, right? Patch is great, but it blurs. So we could potentially get as close to our subject as possible using that, but it's got its limits. Then you have your spot healing, which works pretty good, but it's tedious and it's not going to really fix these areas. So what I would do is I would get me a blank layer. I would not use a blank, I would background copy, sorry. There is a difference. If we did a blank layer, I would be clone stamping nothing. So we're going to copy that background. And what I'm going to do is do what we did before with our clone stamp tool. I'm going to get it just nice and big. And I'm going to start clone stamping all of that out. Now you see what's happening, right? I'm clone stamping onto our subject, which is not what we want to do ultimately, but it's going to work for now. All right, so we can't leave it like that, can we? So remember, I've taught you guys layer masks. So this little square with a circle inside is a layer mask. We're going to put that on. We're going to zoom in, and you do have to take your time and be more patient with this. So it's visible. So we have two options. We could make it not visible and paint it in with the white brush. Now we can paint that mask in and be very careful with it on our subject. So just like this. Or we could have did it the opposite way. We could have left it and then removed it everywhere else. So you have a couple options there. Just depends on what you prefer, how you prefer to work as far as what you want to do. So we're just going to go in very carefully, and just bring that back in. I'm going to zoom in closer and get a nice small brush. And I don't use it on complete hardness. I use it kind of middle because you don't necessarily want him to look cut out. So you don't want it super hard. So now you'll see an example here was I got it on his ear. So we go to our opposite color and we start going the opposite direction and removing that. So here we go, up by this ear. Looks good, looks good. And so I'm going to turn that on and off. Okay, looks good, but you can still see there's some weirdness there, right? So remember, this is where I like to come in, and now I'm going to grab that patch tool and use that to blend those edges in a little bit better. You know what it's doing is it's picking up my background, so I'm going to flatten that, and now I'm going to do it. There we go, because you can see that there is a few hard edges that we just want to get rid of. Now over his shoulder back here, you can see that we have a little bit of power lineage. And with this, I would just go in with that spot healing brush, and we took care of that. All right, so now power lines are gone. So let's see where we started. Sorry, I cropped and stuff before I got to you guys, and that's where we're at. Now we got these houses over here. So what's our best way of removing those? Well, they're pretty close to the grass. So I know if I use my patch tool, I'm just gonna get, and because there's so much color, see what it does? It's just gonna get blurry. It's just a big old blur, and that's not what we want. So in this case, what I'm gonna do is use the clone stamp method again. So you wanna make sure you're on a copy, and we're gonna grab that clone stamp, get on my layer here, give me a nice big brush. I'm gonna bring it up to about half hardness because I don't wanna have to deal with getting it off this grass a whole lot. And just start clone stamping that out. So when you use the clone stamp, you start at the area you want to bring it from, and then you pull that down. So when you're clone stamping, I don't know if you can hear it very well with the sound, but you're going to be resampling. So sample, 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 right? That's how you use it. Right there. All right, so now we look super funky over there. So how do we fix it? Well, remember, we go to that layer mask. And in this case, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop my opacity down because I wanna see where that grass is. Like obviously with him, I knew he had an ear and all that stuff. But with this, I need to see where this grass is so that I can paint it off the right area. So it's visible. So I'm gonna need a black brush to remove it. I'm gonna keep my hardness kind of semi-hard, my flow, all that stuff the same. And now I can see exactly where that grass starts and stops so that I can come in and I can erase it. And I'm not gonna get necessarily all the way to the edge because I'm going to use a lower flow brush for that. I'm going to get pretty close though. All right, now I'm going to put my opacity all the way back up and see where we're at. All right, so there's a few things that we can see. Number one, I erased back too far here, so I need to reapply that mask. So I'm going to go in and grab my brush. Grab a white. So I must not have gotten it. Yeah, I must not have gotten it when I was clone stamping, so I need to fix that. So I'm going to go back with my clone stamp and put more of that on. And it's not letting me, so okay, so we're just going to not worry about that just at this very second. I'm going to continue to work on blending this grass. So I'm going to go with a softer brush now and a lower flow. And the reason I'm doing this is because grass obviously sticks up in certain places, and so it doesn't have a hard edge on it, right? So I don't want to use a brush with a hard edge. I'm just going to go anywhere I could still see that white overlapping. Go in and blend it in. Let me turn my opacity back up to see what that looks like. And it's looking better. The only thing that doesn't look good is going to be right here where I missed it initially. And I feel like I went a little too high right here, so I'm going to bring that back. All right, so like you guys know, I like to use this to blend out anything that my eye maybe can't see. So I'm going to flatten that and just blend it together better. And now I need to fix this little area right here where I missed when I was clone stamping. So duplicate that background, grab that clone stamp tool, clone stamp that in, right like that, layer mask that, lower your opacity so it is visible. So I need to go with the black brush to remove it. And turn on that layer mask. And just going to looks a little cut-outy. That's a technical term, cut-outy. All right, and turn it on and off. Looks good to me. Flatten it. And now we have successfully removed the things that we don't want. So I'll show you where we started with the power lines and the houses and this little stake, and now those are gone. So in the next part, we are going to start working on the brightness of the image. Obviously the background's very bright and they're very dark. So stay tuned for part 2 on lighting.